In this lecture, we are going to talk about the different stroke options inside the stroke panel. I'm going to select this line, zoom, and to open the stroke panel, I have to put the cursor right here and click. Inside, I can find all the stroke options. First option is the stroke weight, which is the thickness of the line. We can change that simply by changing the value. We can make it thicker or thinner. Next thing is the cap, which is this part and this part. By default, it's set to butt cap. We can change it to round cap and see what we get. And there's also another option, projecting cap, which is like the butt cap, but it goes beyond this point and beyond this point. I'm going to go back to butt cap. Next thing is corner. To show you that, I need to select this square right here, stroke panel. By default, it's set to miter join. The corner is set to miter join. We can change that to round join and see what we get. The corner now is round. The other option is bevel join. Click and we get this result. I'm gonna go back to miter join. Next thing, align stroke. By default, it's set to align stroke to center. We can change that to align stroke to inside and click, see what happens. Now the 100 points, the thickness of the line is inside. It's not in the center anymore. This option, align stroke to outside, click, is the exact opposite. Now it goes entirely outside. I'm gonna go back to align stroke to center and keep it like that. I'm going to show you now how you can get a dashed line. Select this line right here, stroke, and then check this dashed line. Now, as you see, we get a dashed line. We can change the value of the dash. I'm going to increase it and you can see what's happening. We can also set and change the gap value. This is set to 0, 10. I'm going to increase and you can see in real time what's happening. Just like this. If we want to cancel the dashed line, it's simple, we just uncheck and now we no longer have a dashed line. We can add an arrowhead in the beginning and the ending of the line simply by clicking here. We can select one of many options we have here. We have different options to choose from. I can choose this, and for the other side I can choose this. I can also change the scale, make it smaller or bigger by changing these values, and we can extend by clicking this option or go back. There is one more thing I want to show you. I'm going to select both of these shapes and notice here the stroke weight is set to 100 points. If I put the cursor here, press Shift and Alt and scale down like this, notice that the shapes got smaller but the stroke weight is still the same, it's still set to 100 points. Control Z to go back. If you don't want that, if you want the stroke weight to scale down as well, you can do that by clicking here, the transform panel, and then check this box, scale, strokes and effects. Now, if I try to scale down, Notice the stroke weight scaled down as well. Now it's set to 11 points. If I make it bigger, notice now it's set to 113. You can either access it by clicking here, or you can come here, transform panel, and click on more option and then check.